This hangout is live on air. All right, so this is episode 1 now of Stream Our Mistakes.
All right.
Matt, I think we have I got this into the iTunes store, so we're on iTunes and Stitcher, and it looks like we have like 11 subscribers already. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, let's make some mistakes.
Let's make some mistakes. All right, Matt. So what are we going to work on today? I think. Let's see. I'm going to start with my screen share on mine. Do that one for now. So what are we going to make today? We're going to try to get that API to work.
Twilio, right?
With the Twilio API and send a text message, right?
Yeah, trying to send out a text message to a group of people, like an announcement to a large list of phone numbers.
Right. So I think the thing is, though, we have to start with one because we don't have that list yet. And that list will be something we won't be able to do for free. So I went ahead and went to let's see if I go to that website real quick. Twilio page. I create an account and they give you a free API so you can like go on a trial and try it out, right? So I get like a phone number too, but I don't know where the phone number is at. So there's trial restrictions. You only get like a couple of things here. Go to phone numbers. So let's see, we should have a phone number here. So this is a number that I got for free. And
so that's the number that your text messages will appear from then?
Yeah, you can pick, you can buy more numbers. From my understanding, you could buy more numbers so you can send more messages faster because apparently you can only send so many messages per second per carrier. So even if we fire off 3,000 numbers, then that's still going to be, that still won't go through in that 1 second. It'll get staggered. So it looks like their what do you call it? Their API, their system knows how much to send before, how to stagger it, basically. So you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
So I think, and then right now, because it's a trial, I have to verify any numbers before I send anything out to them because it just lets you play with the API.
Yeah. Okay.
So I verified my number and.
So what languages do they have for the API?
That's a good question. Let's see. I think they have for a bunch. So I verified my number here, right? And then I can verify your number, but I'll send that offline. You want to go to the website and see what they find and while I do this?
Sure.
And I'll show your screen that way. We can do that. Let's see, Matt. How do I share yours?
Wait, what do you want me to show?
Go to the website and check out the languages that they show, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna punch in your number and get you on the thing so we can send you one as well.
I see. Okay.
That way, I'm not broadcasting our numbers unnecessarily.
Did you already broadcast yours though?
I did. I'll blur that out later. I think iTunes or iTunes, YouTube has a way to blur stuff after the fact, but I haven't figured out how to blur things during the fact.
Okay.
But I got your number right here, so we'll do that.
Okay. So I'm showing here. Let's see. There's voice too.
Yeah, there's a bunch. You could do all kinds of stuff with this. I mean, everything when I started looking for it, it was like the first thing that came up. So they had a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I've heard Twilio before, and I know like any kind of service along these lines. I know that they're the biggest ones.
Yeah, so look at they got like a bunch of languages you could do. A web, doesn't have to be It's kind of neat.
Yeah, so here they've got PHP, Node, Python, Ruby, Java, and C#.
Yes, I mean that covers all the bases, I think, for the most part, right?
Right, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's nice because they have like just a full website and you just do whatever. And I think the .NET one they have, it's basically they have a helper library which will. Now I can't find that number, verify numbers. Let's see if I can do that. All right, so I'm going to add your number real quick.
So it looks like you'd have an ID and then a token.
Yeah.
And then you just send out your message. That's not bad. So how are we going to do this then? Are we going to have this call? Will this call from on a server somewhere?
Yeah, it should be the API. It should pull a library down. So, well, I guess I can't find that right now. Let me see if I could get that.
No, I mean, how will you, when you have you want to send your message to a list of people?
Oh yeah, so this project is.
We're going to set it up so we have it. You go to a website and click a button, or like.
So for this, I think we'll just do like a desktop app, and really for this first thing, just to get this make sure we could do this would be just a simple console app. I think that's some of the first samples that they show are pretty simple. Before, I mean, I think later on we can embed it and put it to a website. And you can put it into an app and all that jazz. So you can say, open up a simple app and type in a message and send it, and you get it all to everyone else. And I think they have their own app too that you could go in and check out as far as like a console and dashboard, So
okay.
I haven't got that far yet. Being that this is for a client, we just want to get it to work really quick and see if it works. And then we worry about, that's why I was saying that we should do, that we'll have to do the second part, might be the harder part, actually getting all the phone numbers out of the email, Google Contacts, wherever he has them stored right now, into a list or a database or something where we can parse it out and cycle through them in an app, like in a while loop or whatnot,
Okay.
So, but we can kind of show how we do that too. And the second thing I was thinking about, do you want to start a GitHub so we can dump this somewhere? Maybe we can show that as well.
Yeah. So I'll just create a repo. Yeah.
I also have a tool to show today.
A tool. Okay.
I don't know if you have a tool to show, but I needed a tool for this show, so I found one and I kind of like it.
Have you entered in the information?
As far as what?
Oh, sorry, my phone number.
Oh no, I can't find that thing yet.
The place where you'd add it? Okay.
Yeah, to verify your number. So I'm not sure what I'm missing. I thought I seen it.
So I have to verify it before you can automate sending me the message then, right?
Verify caller IDs. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let me try that again. Go ahead and start the repo, and then I'll do this other thing real quick.
Okay, I gotta check. I'm gonna sign in to GitHub on a different window here.
Yeah, I don't know what's. I mean, this is we're kind of experimenting out. I was gonna try to do this before, but I figured we'd just do it all right now and see what works and see what doesn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
9.6. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. I was trying to filter it instead of adding your number directly. Okay, so this is going to send you a text, okay?
Okay.
So then at least we could have two different numbers. And give me a verification code and I could punch it in. So when you get the text.
Okay, I've got the text.
What is it?
5095.
All right. So then we got those two, my number, your number as verified caller IDs. In this trial version, we can only send messages to those. All right. What are you
Okay,
doing,
I'm
Matt?
going to make this repository here. What are we calling this?
We could do the SMS text message API, whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm just going to call it SMS automation.
Streaming all the mistakes.
Oh, you see anything on the side of it?
It's funny when anyone you get on a meeting or whatnot, and they start typing code, no one can type. They always just start screwing up simple things like selects and the simplest stuff just starts getting really hard for anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like some kind of like psychological thing, I think.
All right, we've got the repo.
All right.
Let me see. I'm going to add you here.
Yeah, send me that, and then send me the link so I can clone it, right? Pull it down. I had to put a picture up there so we can use that.
So I've sent you an invite here.
Okay, so I should get that in my email.
And then I'll give you the link.
Or did you send it via Google Hangouts? Okay, I see it. All right, so then let's see. I'm going to come back and see if I can't share my screen. And then try to start that thing.
Okay.
So let's see. Can I start the clone from here? Now we're using Visual Studio. So you want to see my new tool?
Sure. What is it?
How's that?
Oh, you got the zoom in. Nice.
How do you like that?
You can draw on it too.
Right? That's pretty cool, right?
What's that called?
It's this tool called Zoom It. I'll post the link later. It was pretty cool. It was simple, cheap, free, and just did what I wanted to do without anything fancy and having to run anything. Because a lot of them have like recording. I didn't want to record. I already have that. I just wanted to be able to zoom in on. We're showing stuff that is hard to see because I think the text is gonna be kind of small. So let's see. Can I clone one? Here we go. Maybe I should zoom in there. Oh, maybe it doesn't let me. What's it called? All right. So, clone successfully. And now I should be able to open this one. No solutions found. Let's start this new one, and we'll just do a simple console. I think ideally it should be on the web somewhere so you can connect to it. You know what I mean? But for this process, especially because the user is going to be very, very low tech, I want to kind of ease them into it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And even if it's C#, we'll just put in an ASP.NET page and put it somewhere, and they can cover the hosting. And I'm more concerned putting online, just making sure we have security down, because if someone gets a hold of this, then they can start sending, message blasts, and that would be bad.
Yeah.
They also seem to be the cheapest one. So this automation. And it looks like they have a, what's it call it? A library.
Yeah, so I think in the sample page I was looking at, it tells you where to go to download their thing. You want me to send that to you?
Yeah, no, I think I could go for here. I'm gonna look for it in the NuGet, and you just tell me if this is the right one. I'm gonna look for Twilio. I think it's Twilio. Search. I think this is it right here.
Twilio-C#. Oh,
I think this is the library here, just the REST API.
okay.
So this says
find
version
that.
4.7, but this is the newest one. So this is just probably the latest one.
Okay.
This is a nice way to do it just directly from with the UI. You can also do the package manager. The package manager would basically be installing it kind of like Linux, you know. It says pm install -package -twilio, whatever.
Right.
It does the same thing without the UI. So now I should have that in there. And I just need to reference it. So let's see if I can get using, there you go. Let's see. Guess we want to do a client. But this the tricky part right here is going to be where I don't have Twilio REST client. Oh. Maybe that's not it. Client has account. All right, so let's see. Maybe they just changed the name. And why is it not giving me anything? Oh.
You might try building or something first.
Bring it in, right?
Yeah.
I always forget that. I always say, why is it not showing it? But you're right. I think that'll do it. Let's see. It's peak definition. Nope. Good Lord, did you hear that sound or is it just me?
I did not hear that.
Oh my God. It was like, it sounded like a World War II loud
you got
blast.
fireworks.
Yeah, it was really loud. All right, so let's see why we can't do that. Where are you looking for this? We need to figure it out. So I have this one open here. This is multiple. You need to set your token. Which I was going to put that into a what to call it.
I think here, if you take a look at this one, it's an even simpler example.
Yeah, I think I have a simple one too that I was looking at earlier. So let's see. Did you send me a link?
Yeah.
So what is this? This is doing the same thing. Send message tomorrow's forecast. So this is why is it bringing me a PNG file though for that? That's to send a message, a text message too, right? Or should I say a multimedia message? This is maybe SMS, maybe MMS, right?
Oh, you mean the previous one? I didn't see the one you were looking at. That one was for pictures or something, maybe?
Yeah, this one, it has like a PNG, right?
Yeah.
Clear. But it looks like we're missing some of the using statements, so maybe that's why we're not able to use it. Let's see if I can do. Okay, so maybe I need the REST. What was the other one? REST API.
Yeah, this one includes media.
And then what was the one? Twilio types. I need Twilio types. And they didn't have types in this one anymore. Oh, there it is. Let's see if that gives me the one I was expecting. Or, as a matter of fact, let's build.
You know, I think also the way you're calling this Twilio client in this example, I don't see a new.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm not able to see more things. Okay, so this is maybe it's different. Maybe some of their current documentation is no longer
like a static call that it's using there. It's not initializing the object.
Got it. Oh, so it's just this get REST client maybe.
That's not what they do in the example.
Are you pointing to the same one that you sent me right now?
Yeah, it's in it.
Oh, to initialize.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Here I was thinking this is gonna take like 30 seconds. All right, so that's if you're using your password, right? So let me make some environmental variables, or at the very least, something where we can hide the passwords from going through. It is going to be. That's not what I wanted. Sure.
So you're doing this so that you don't have to stream?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it was environment. I can't remember what I used before.
So if you do this, where would you enter it from then?
I could put it into a text file somewhere else over here in the settings.
Yeah.
But that's actually, I don't remember where
that would not go into the repo.
Right. We would have to do that in make a git or ignore, right, on that one.
Right.
That way that wouldn't be able to go up. But I think we'll check it in at the end. We won't, that way we can share it with everyone who wants to see it, and we can just not leave those as what do you call it? All right, so let me figure that out real quick. And I think we'll just do this for now, because I know this is actually going to be, that's going to be the same. And then we'll put, it's just password, and I could change that after the fact. At least that way this can actually build.
So it's not username and password, right? It's account ID and then some token, right?
This I think that one set up user password first here, right?
Well.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right. So you're right. So okay, so that's the SID and the token.
Yeah, which is similar function, but just different name.
Right. That's basically what I'm going to put over there. Okay, so I thought I was asking for the password, but you're right. Change this. Are you looking at a different one, Matt, than or the one you sent me, or is that the one you're looking at right now?
No, I'm looking at that one.
All right, so here we could do, what's it called? Settings. She doesn't create a settings. I think there's a way to create this without using UI, but
I see.
I don't remember off the top of my head right now. So
I see.
we just do this for the application. This is gonna be a string, and we change this to SID, and then this one will be token. Now I'm going to stop sharing. Should I go offline?
Yeah, it's not showing.
Okay. So now I'm going to add my things to that. It actually wouldn't matter because it's only a trial account and you wouldn't be able to do much with it, you know, as far as
Right.
with those values. But I figure until I'm sure about that, I will.
Did you put a credit card or something on there?
No, I didn't have to put a credit card, so that's kind of nice because I thought, okay, if they put a credit card, that means I could put myself in a while loop that never ends and fucking charge myself $1 million. That would be terrible. But
yeah, I wonder, do they have a budget you could set? Do not exceed this or something.
Yeah, so they have some options. I didn't get to that, so now I got those in there. All right, so now I should be able to pull those out. Oops. I think it's actually that was variables. There it is.
There we
go.
go.
Right? And this just needs to be. Come on. No, that's not good anymore. Oh, come on. Nice. I'm liking that. Shouldn't have to do it to a string. It's already a string. Retrieves a value.
I think you got to do environment.get environment variable, and then you pass in as a parameter, which is SID. In quotes as a string.
Oh, so this is not how I normally get it. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I think I use some other context to do that normally. But if it likes that one, then I'll leave that one as that.
So you like the var keyword then?
I do, especially when I don't know when I'm going to do it, and it'll define itself.
But then also, if you look at this, it's not immediately clear that SID and token are both strings, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think this is actually right. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna fire this bad boy up. See if it fails.
So right now you're testing your SID and token then?
Yeah, see, value is null. So that's actually not the way to get them. That would fail. So I think this is incorrect. There's that instruction show. It says string, we did that. And I'm going to do what I always do when I write code is go look at my other code to figure out what the fuck I did. That's usually how I piece together stuff where I haven't been doing stuff in a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm looking, it looks like the way I told you to might be for like more system things that are already set. Like the current directory or something.
Let's try this one. One of these ones we put in a setting. Properties, that's where it was. I knew it was with a P. I kept on thinking package, but it was not package. So go properties. Settings. Default, and then you can find. See, so then it don't do anything like that.
All right.
And I think this just needs a namespace of properties.
Oh, I think you can't have it.
All right, we'll take that out. Okay. So this will work. That one I'm confident. That one I know how to use. The variable part. The other one was something I haven't used before. I thought it would work. I know there's an option for that, but I think that's for something in the environment, not settings that you're passing it through.
That's like your directory or something like that.
Username, yeah, your directory, your home, your desktop, whatever, you know, stuff like that. So
yeah.
Okay. So we got that part in, and what is the next part here? Awesome. See, why mine was showing me something different.
All right. Next part is you got to create the new phone number. I think you could even try skipping this. See what happens if you just do this without the media URL at first.
Yeah, I don't want to add anything extra. I just want to go as simple as possible just to make sure that it goes through, right?
Right.
See, I'm not sure why it's saying set password username here.
Yeah. I don't think you need to call this twilio client again.
You don't think so?
That's not what it does in the code.
They just how they send it then. Let's see what they're doing there. So they're saying a message.
Yeah, I don't see it. Actually, maybe this code is incomplete. Let me look into the more detailed examples. They just created. I don't know. Maybe it's automatically sent, but that seems weird.
Well, I would figure they might do like a using, right? Because you're opening up and hitting the resource. But so the from part, here's a message. See, create new phone number 2. Let's try that one. We don't want a list. See. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is not working. It's not even giving me options to do something else, right?
I don't. I don't. How come you're trying that? I don't see
Because that's
anywhere where it says that's what you're supposed to do.
there we go. So let's see. This should give me. Nope. See, I still don't get the send message.
Can you send me the link to what example you're looking at?
Yeah. So let's see. This is the first thing I found when I just looked at this. I was like, oh, I'll use this. Not the one. Although this is like something like a for loop where we're gonna go through for a bunch of them, right? I said send SMS via or send SMS via C sharp using C sharp. I think should be like the first link right here. 30 seconds. Here we go. Here's what I was trying to do a podcast for an
It
hour
says
with
30
30 seconds. Perfect. So this is the link. I'll send it to you real quick and then tell me what you think. That's the one I would say because it just tells you like really short, right? It has a short video. I didn't watch the video. And there's a send message. Your Twilio number, ahoy from Twilio, just to get you going. But over here, when I get the client,
Okay, yeah, I see it. Oh, and then on the client, you don't see this.
a send message.
Message.
It should be something simple, right? To it for whatever. Maybe it's this. They might have changed it at this point, right? Like I was doing a API for mapping coordinates, and I needed to authenticate first before you did anything. So maybe it's that. I don't know. That's what I would think. See, here's where you need like a username and password. So let's see. We're gonna stream all the mistakes here slowly. Request async. No, that doesn't make any sense. Get type. So they may be still like another using here. Oh. They might be missing. His base.
This one is from version 4.72.
And this is like 5.7, right? This is a little newer.
Yeah.
So let's see. If this one gave me the client, let's see what this one does. Oops. That will give you an idea. See, it does need a username and password. So I does.
How about that other example that you're looking at, the one that would send out to multiple numbers? We could modify that one for one phone number.
Okay. What was that first one over here?
This one, yeah.
So even these are not really putting out a username and password, which is weird, right? So maybe they added that as a security feature.
The SID and auth token.
Yeah, but that's also not username and password, because like you see this one's actually, the REST client's actually asking for a few more things.
Right.
And that would be like to complete to send it all the way through. These could be null, so they're not required. So it's assuming it's a null, right?
Right.
And you still have to pass those in to create it. That's kind of what I was expecting at some point. That's why I was using my username and password, and I thought I would be able to do that after the fact. So it's taking these as username and password, not the SID and the token.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what this method is actually doing here, right? But we can try the other one. That one does look simpler. So we're just going to put in one number here. Message resource. So where are they pulling that one out from? Can we make a message resource?
That code in there is the same as the example that they show on the very first page. Except it just doesn't have the loop.
Yeah, I don't see where they're initializing this. That's why I was assuming it's one of these things.
So they're calling a static method of that class. That's like a factory method.
Okay. So it looks like I was missing this one. Great. And then what are they doing with that? Create. Okay.
But if you do it this way, you have to call the twilio client.init.
Okay, that's fine. So this is here. See, here it's actually saying to use the client as no, or I'm saying the REST client, which I created up here. So maybe I could use that one.
That might work. I think
that might be a little bit outdated, right? So I don't think we need it to be. Maybe it needs to have a person. Like it just still doesn't show me where I send it from. This is the number from. Okay, so we could do that, right? So they're personalizing here, and we're not going to do that right now. So we just say, please let this work. And the phone number. So let's see, we have, where did I put that Twilio phone number? Oh. That one. Yeah, so interesting thing will be when we have to get these phone numbers and format them, because I looked at my contacts the other night, and it's going to be, all kinds of different stuff as far as there's plus sizes, there's parentheses, there's dashes, there's periods. 714.
Hopefully that phone number constructor will parse that pretty well then.
So
Hopefully the phone number constructor should allow a lot of different options.
right. So this is send message, but this doesn't actually send this. This prints it out. Sent message to.
Right. I think just by creating it, it will send it.
Okay. Let's give this a try then.
Please let this work.
Let's give this a try.
So I think you might want to print out the SID of.
Yeah, it sits right there.
Okay, so I think you didn't call the twilio client.init. I think you should call that instead of this line. The var client equals new Twilio REST client, because I think that is setting some global variable that will set some global variable that you're missing right now.
All right, so let's take this off. So I don't need this. Tell me again. What did you set? Do set what where?
Instead of var client equals, change it to twilio client.init.
Okay. So what we'll do, take that off because that won't be needed later. So you're thinking that's initializing it, right?
Yeah, I think that sets some global variable, because otherwise you're not actually passing our client to this message creation thing. So it must be setting something somewhere.
All right. No, that didn't fail. Let's see if I get a text message. Waiting. Here we go. Got it. Sent from your Twilio trial account. Please let this work. What? Let's get your number. We'll have to blur these out later. We could try that too.
Oh, you don't have to put my number. Don't do that.
You don't want it?
No.
You want to see it? Okay, fair enough. All right, cool. Well, that worked. So I think we could just set this up and have it do a loop. That was actually much easier than. What's funny is that it seems like they use like we're using two different examples, right? Like where is that in here? Up here, right?
What do you mean?
And then down here for each one. No, I was just saying that we had to patch two different examples to get this to work, but that's not true.
It's just that one, yeah. That other one.
Yeah, the one I was looking at wasn't working.
Yeah,
for some
reason. That one is outdated.
Yeah, for some reason it seems like I couldn't build this client with all this stuff, or maybe we could, but real simple. Okay, cool. That makes it pretty easy. I'm gonna send one later to the client and let them know that this worked. So, and they only charge like 0.0075 cents for each text message. So that would be nice. You could send basically 1,000 messages for $7.50.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and you could just loop through, and we can get the things. Do you want to try to see how much time are we in now? Sorry.
About an hour. It's 9 o'clock right now.
Damn, it took us almost an hour. All right. Well,
30 seconds, right?
Maybe we could do the database thing next week then.
Okay.
Connecting to the Google account, pulling that down. I was thinking we pull it down into the contacts and basically extract it to like a CSV or something, and then parse out only we want, or get the phone numbers only that we want, and then put those in the database. Because the thing is, if I put it into like a database, like a SQLite database, and then the user could still add more phone numbers, right?
Right.
We can have some way
So
for them to enter new
from
numbers.
from what interface?
That's the next part. I'm just trying to think ahead in a database, whether
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
there
But what are you thinking? Would it be like over the web or on an app or
for to do what?
to do anything, to add new numbers, to send a message?
Oh, okay. So yeah, so just right off the as easy as it could be as far as just like a desktop app, I was thinking for the user to do you know,
Okay,
to
sure.
send the message, to create the message and hit blast, right? So he types it up, send one message, sends it to, his 3,000 mailing list, and that's it. Then if we wanted to, we can add an interface there to connect to add numbers there as well too, or not, you know,
Okay,
to keep it all together. I think once we have that, then we can move that over to either a web or an app. But it doesn't necessarily need to be a web because it's only for one person, right? This
right,
is not going to be used by 1,000 people. One customer is going to use this, right?
right.
Um, but I mean, the convenience of it being online means he doesn't have to be at home in front of a computer to do that, right?
Right,
So
yeah. I was just thinking that just because it's a easy platform that I'm used to, but let's
as
just
far as
keep
what
it a desktop thing.
you're saying the web.
No, no, let's just do it on the desktop so we can all just keep it all in C# for now.
Yeah, no, and that's fine. That's fine. I wanted to get something, so they can use it and then, have their account and they can start playing with it and
Right,
basically, MVP. We want to get it to them as fast as possible, right?
right.
That works and that take care of that. They take hours doing this by hand,
Right.
manually. But what were you saying ideally, or the next step? What were you suggesting?
Um, yeah, I guess the next step is parse a CSV file or something, right?
No. Yeah, but I meant after we made the desktop thing.
After
Where
the
would you
desktop
want to
thing?
put it? Did you mean put it on the web or do it on an app?
No, no, I only meant do it on the web in the first place, just
Oh, all
just
of it.
because it might be easier to code it that way.
Hmm.
But making it as a desktop thing is probably easier.
Yeah, I think it's if as far as who's going to be the main consumer, right? The who's
Right,
for the user. If we do this and someone else wants it, then someone else can use it for at home and blast up to their 3,000 mail list or some way to add it.
right,
What they would need is a database on the or some way to get people to sign up to it. Um, I think you could figure that out later because you can do like what do they say, send help to a short code number 456 whatever, and then that's how they get signed up to those mailing lists, right?
oh, right, right,
Those short codes are a little more expensive from what I could tell. So, but they could do same thing with the phone number because this phone number that you get from Twilio, you can also receive messages, not
okay,
just send. So yeah, it does everything. It's kind of nuts, right?
right,
I was thinking ideally he can have it on his phone, like an app just for one user, have him log in and he can send messages from there. He only sends messages maybe twice a week, or I'm sorry, twice a month. He said like 5,000 in a month. So if his mailing list is about 2,500, that means he only sends about twice a week. So
right.
that
Or
being said, he doesn't necessarily have to have access to it, 24/7 or from everywhere he's at.
yeah,
But I think making it into a small app would be pretty neat too. That he can type in a message on an app and hit send.
or he just texts a number.
Yeah, that's actually that's what I was thinking. I haven't looked in that far to the Twilio API, but there's got to be a way to do that, right? Where you just send one message to one. That's how like mailing lists work, right? You send one mail, and he sends it out to the rest of your
Right,
mailing list because
right,
the API should handle everything else. it knows who you are.
Right.
Right. So, okay. Well, I guess I didn't get to use my tool that much, but this tool is pretty cool because then I could do this and click and do that.
There you go. Yeah.
Pretty neat, right?
Draw some pictures for us.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool, and it's lightweight, simple. So I'll put a link in that in the show notes. So, man, I got a data scientist guy who wants to come on too. So we'll see what he can show us. That'll be fun.
Okay, we should do like a special project for him or something.
Yeah, I haven't worked out details, but we'll figure out what you want to do, and then we'll give him an idea what we want. Something interesting, and see if he can't go through it with us, and he'll show us some things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And next week we'll try to do this the database part, bring in a bunch of emails. And I think at that point we'll be able to write the code, and then all we need to do is plug in the account once the account is paid for, and then he can use it.
Okay, sure.
So, all right, Matt. Thanks for your help. That was a long 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll check in this code, and we'll. Oh, you know what? We should probably do that, Matt. Do you want to do the GitHub, the git ignore on this?
Yeah. So
Do you want to show up? Do you want to do that? Because that's actually something that I tend to struggle with sometimes too. Let's see.
So if you open up that, you'll see somewhere that that properties folder.
This git ignore. Can you see it?
Oh, so you can open the git ignore.
Oh, okay. Right.
And then, actually, how do you use your Git? What client are you using, or you have?
I can use it directly from when I'm doing Visual Studio. I can do it right from Visual Studio.
Okay, so on Visual Studio, if you go over to Properties, is there a way? Can you open that up?
What do you want to see?
So, I'm just looking if somewhere in your folder structure here, you're going to have a file that has the information, and that's the file that you want to add to the git ignore.
Got it. Okay, so let's go back over here because that's where it's going to be. It's basically this one here, settings.
Oh, it's in that one, settings.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can type this in manually to your git ignore, but also maybe there might be a thing if you right click on the file in Visual Studio.
Oh, you're saying to get it to ignore from here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it has that. It's not that fancy with git on this. I know there's a git command line. I've used it before, but it basically beats me right now. I think every time I've done it here, I just went in here and would delete it from here, right?
Okay, then let's just add it to the git ignore manually. So you just open up your git ignore file, and then you pretty much just type in the path. So this one is very specific. Like in your git ignore, sometimes it could be file type. So you have this like default one already.
Yeah.
So you don't want to put like build outputs or like temporary files.
Yeah, so it already has some of the Visual Studio stuff here already. Business intelligence. See here it has settings.
Right. So
these are already ones that are ignored. App package delivery, right? Packages, so you don't check in the packages.
So down at the bottom, add a new line, and then start with the comment on the top that says something. Don't check this in. Do not expose the account ID and token.
That's it.
And then you're going to just type properties/settings.settings, right? That's the path.
I think it would be like that, right? So if I go here,
no, I think.
this is where the gig goes at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
There's an SMS, there's another SMS, and there's properties, and there's that one, right?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And do we need like any of these over here, stars? No.
No, because this is a single specific file.
Okay. But do the slashes need to be forward here, as the ones that are saying backwards?
So that's
These are back.
to ignore a whole directory. Yeah, they should be forward slashes.
Or I could just put star dot setting, right?
Well, yeah, but your intention here is to ignore just that single file. I mean, there's nothing else, right? So you might as well
spell it out.
be specific.
Okay. And that's it. Why are these all the other ones that have stars? Oh, maybe these don't, right?
Because those are like generic ones. So, like, it's ignoring.
Got it.
What's like anything that ends with ghostdoc.xml, because that's going to be like some sort of temporary file that you don't want to save.
So I'll go ahead and check this in as twilio number.
Yeah, that one should actually be another thing from the settings too, right?
Yeah, it will be too. So we should put like, twilio number settings and we can check that in. So maybe I'll make those changes before I check it in, I think. Basically that way we can keep it all setting. So this basically could be
right.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Then we can actually check it in basically where it's working. It would have saved me. I just what I didn't know how to do is make those settings beforehand and then
right.
show, then add it to the project there, because I wanted people to see how to do that, right? Because I was like, oh, why didn't they show, where is he pulling that number from? But
yeah,
settings are pretty important. I think most of the easy stuff that they show you how to hello world, they never use settings, right? But everything, any real program you use, any real code, almost always has some kind of settings, right? You don't normally hard code
any kind of real thing, yeah.
Yeah, no real stuff actually uses like hard code stuff. It's always pulling stuff from environment or something else, even for a client, even if everything uses settings. So I kind of don't like that they never show you how to set settings and how to pull them out,
Right.
So I'll add these though, so that should be good. And then I'll check this in, and then I'll share that link on the show notes and then the YouTube link.
Okay.
Sounds good. And then I'll send you a message after just to make sure that I didn't check anything I shouldn't have checked in. And then we'll work on the next part. All right, that was cool. That was kind of cool, actually. So, all right, Matt.
Okay.
Remember, next week you need to get a tool or a tip of the week.
All right, something to show off.
Something that is useful in your job, what you do. We could talk about that, and then hopefully we'll get a data scientist on here pretty soon. And maybe we'll start some of that Unity stuff. Michael wants to do a Unity one too, so that should be fun.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do Unity stuff. That's what.
Okay, cool. We could.
I want to get into
that. We do that next week too. Let's do it. Let's build some games, man.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good, man.
All right.
Thanks for taking time. I'll talk to you soon.
See
you guys next week.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.